Starting in a standing position, we're going to use our right leg to step to the side, slide your pelvis just slightly to the side and in a diagonal way as if you're reaching with your buttock backwards. Okay, then we're stepping to the other side and crossing the other leg. So reach your hip back and cross, reach and cross. Here we're focusing on opening up the front thigh area, that crease in your hip. We want to open it. Make sure you're not bending at your lower back, just pressing into your hip and lengthening. You might want to keep your hand on your hip, so as a guidance where to push. So pushing into that hand, lengthen. And lengthen. Again, starting slowly. Lengthening that front hip area. Pushing the right hip back. When you're in this position, make sure your feet are planted on the floor firmly and you're lengthening up with your breastbone. 2 more. And we're staying right here. This your right front. So we're going to lift our right arm, the same arm, and now bend to the side. First, starting with your pelvis, we'll slide that pelvis slightly to the left, sliding motion, not back. We're not bending at our hips. We're keeping it's straight and in neutral, and we're just sliding it to the side. And as you slide, you're lengthening your arm up, keeping your shoulder blade down and pressing those feet into the ground. And release. And again, slide the pelvis. Reach with that arm through your pinky, pressing those feet into the floor and release. Again, slide that hip out, release, lengthen, nice and long spine. We don't want to break that line, keep it nice and long, and speed up as you feel comfortable with this motion, sliding the pelvis, reaching with your pinky upward and pressing your feet into the floor. And 3 more. 2, 1, staying right here. Now we're going to rotate the rib cage toward the floor. Again, lengthening the arm away from your shoulder and turning it back, going backwards as far as it feels comfortable for your back. Again, exhale and inhale. Make sure you can see your arm with your side vision. It's not too far back so that you don't strain your neck, your upper back, and your shoulders. And rotating through your rib cage. If you can't keep it stable, try to press the knees against each other firmly. Hold them firm. Press those feet into the floor gently so that you feel a nice support. And reach, keeping your shoulder blade in place, and rotate. And 2 more. Exhale and rotate slowly to inhale. And last one. Awesome. Bring it down. Roll that arm backwards and forward. And bring your feet together again. Now we're working with our left foot to make a small step to the side. Push that hip back into your hand and then cross the other leg in front and open up the front thigh area. Again, opening it right here. Push. As you're pushing your hip back, make sure you're keeping your spine nice and long. You don't want to tuck your tailbone in a way that you're rounding your spine, you're dropping your shoulders or head, pushing back at your hips and opening and lengthening. Exhale, or rather, the weight feels comfortable for your back. Keep breathing. And 2 more. Push it. Lengthen. Without bending at your lower back. We're lengthening through the breastbone upward. Last one. Right here. Let me just move a bit to the center. Now we're working with our left arm. So again, remember we're sliding that pelvis to the side and back. Let's repeat it a couple times. Slide that pelvis to the side. Now we are lengthening our upper body, our arm. Don't take your arm too far back so that you can see it with your eye. And pressing those feet into the floor. Lengthen, feel nice, long line, and release. Again, slide that pelvis. Reach with your pinky. Press those feet into the floor and release. Slide, pinky, your feet. Release. And as you're ready, you can speed up a bit. Remember to go at your own speed, at your own pace. Sliding that pelvis. Pushing those feet into the floor. 3 more. As you reach, try to slide that pelvis even just slightly a bit more to the side, just to feel nice, comfortable stretch in your lower back and your pelvic area. Awesome. Now we'll stay right here and we're going to rotate our rib cage to the floor and backwards as far as it feels comfortable for you. Exhale. And inhale. Keep breathing. Lengthening that arm. Keeping that shoulder blade down. Reaching and rotating backwards. Opening up your collarbone. Reach forward, stretching the entire side of your upper back. And open up your chest. And 2 more. Last one. Great job. Now slowly lower your arm. And roll your shoulder back and forward. Nice. Okay, now we'll bring our feet just hip width distance apart, bringing our arms in front, palms together, and we'll be sliding our hips to the side just the way you did it in the previous exercise, not back. We're not pushing them back. We sliding it to the side and reaching with your arms in opposite direction. Bending your knees, feet on the floor, and bringing it back and switching sides. Sliding your pelvis to the side, reaching forward. Push that foot into the floor and come back to standing. Pressing. So if you're leaning to your left, you're pushing that left foot into the floor. to bring yourself back to center. Reach with your arms. Imagine someone's pulling your arms across the room in the diagonal line. Pressing that foot, sliding to the side, and back to the other side. You're bending your knees. Make sure your knees feel comfortable. We don't want to come close to painful moment. Reach. And 2 more. 1. And last one. Great job. Okay, now we'll get down on the floor. If you have issues with your knees, get a pillow to put under your knee, the supporting knee. What we'll be doing, we'll step forward, 90-degree angle. We're going to lower down, place our hands on the floor. If you can't, again, you're using either a step stool or some kind of a thick book, yoga block, something stable to elevate the surface. Okay, so then we're going to make a circular motion with your hips. So torso is following along, and we're going one way toward the foot that's in front. So back, away. Try to think of not missing a single point along the way. Your fingers are spread wide apart. Your elbows are soft. As you're shifting weight to your hands, make sure not to drop your chest around your back, keeping it straight. A straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And when you're ready, switch direction. We're going the other way. Slowly. You choose your own range of motion. Keep breathing. See if you can increase the range of motion, coming even more forward, giving the hip flexor of the stretched out leg that's behind. You might want to slow down at some point where you feel you kind of missing a point. Slow down and push that floor away. And one more. Awesome. Coming back to the starting position. My left foot forward, so I'm using my left arm to lift it. Now I am straightening while keeping my foot fully on the floor. I am pushing my hip back and trying to straighten my leg. Only, again, it's not straightening all the way. I'm not that flexible. You're also watching your range of motion and feel the stretch in the back of your thigh and in your gluteal area, your buttock. And reach, push that hip back. Awesome. Now we'll try to let our foot come off the floor and stay on the heel and push the floor away with the heel. If you want, you can lower the arm. And let's add some rotation of the rib cage. As we're pushing back, we're rotating our rib cage toward that leg and coming back and going deeper into that stretch, giving that hip flexor on the other leg right here a good, nice stretch. Pushing the floor away, Foot comes off the front of the foot, heel on the floor, rotating the rib cage and coming forward and kind of pulling the mat towards your body, pushing the mat away and rotating, pulling it, stretching hip flexor, the back of your thigh, and 2 more. Last one. Awesome. Great job. Now, last thing on this side, we're going to walk this foot to the side to place it in line with your knee. Okay, so it's one line, and we're going to drop that knee to the side. And again, moving the hips back and forward, and see it's the way it gives you a good stretch along the side of your thigh and your hip area. Okay, so arms are in front, pushing, pressing into the floor, forward and back, pushing the floor away. Your head is staying in line with your upper back. Your shoulder blades are active. Your elbows are soft. Going only as far forward as it feels comfortable. If you're comfortable just staying right here and doing this small range of motion rocking, go ahead. That's what your body is feeling the right thing to do at the moment. Don't let that knee hurt. Put a pillow under it, or you can just lift the leg if that feels comfortable for you, and keep it off. You can even keep it bent, but off the floor. And last one. Awesome. Staying right here, pushing that floor away, feeling the stretch, and coming back to center. Bring the knee in, walk it out, and bring it back. We are switching sides now. Now we're going to work with the right leg forward. Again, bringing it forward, 90 degree angle, bringing your feet, let me just turn it a bit. Okay. And we're starting to shift the weight toward that foot, the right foot this time, and small circular motions with your pelvis, and the torso is following along. Starting small and then gradually increasing the range of motion. You might want to put your hands a bit wider. Choose the position of your hands so that you don't have to think about losing balance or feeling uncomfortable. So I took my left hand out to the side a bit more to give a wider base of support. And slowly pushing that hip back. Remember, not missing a single point. Hands are pressing firmly into the floor. Your elbows are soft. Slowing down at the point where you feel you're missing it. Kind of skipping it, the point. Slow down to let your nervous system register it better. And switch direction. Now we're going forward and back. Keeping the head in line with your upper back. Your spine is nice and long. Your foot is on the ground. Your toes are relaxed. Slowly increasing the range of motion if you're ready. Maybe you can go farther up ahead or stretch that hip backward. And 2 more. And last one. Awesome. Okay, coming back to the starting position. If your right foot forward, right arm goes up. And remember, we're pushing that hip back, keeping the sole of the foot on the floor and bringing it forward. Push that back and forward. Feeling a nice stretch in your hip area. The rib cage is slightly rotated towards your front foot. And 2 more. Keep breathing. Feel the stretch, comfortable stretch. And this time we lower the arm down and pushing the floor away with your heel and coming forward, lowering the foot down, the toes down. Again, remember, we're pushing the floor away as well and rotating our rib cage to the side and back to center. Push that mat away with your heel and your hand. Going deeper into a hip flexor stretch whenever you're ready. Slowly. And 2 more. Staying right here, feeling a nice stretch and bringing it back. Now walking that foot in line with the knee to the side. And remember, we're going to, the arms are in front of the shin. The right arm is in front of the shin and you're pushing the floor away and pulling it towards your body while rocking those hips back and taking that knee out to the side. Bending it more. Let me just see if I can change the angle. You keep going. If I can show you what's going on with my knee. The knee is going out and then staying bent all the time. And 2 more. When you're here up front, make sure you feel the stretch along the front of your thigh of the other leg, the one that's behind. And last one. And coming back to center. Great. Now, placing that knee back. And we're going to lie down on the mat. Up the ceiling. We'll just relax our pelvis, pelvic area. So we're going to the side, lying down comfortably. Lengthen your, extend your legs and just wiggle from side to side with your pelvis. Okay, your arms are relaxed. Palms up. What we're going to do, we're going to slide the left leg up. You might want to move to the edge of the mat so that the mat is not, folding and it's not bothering you. So the surface that just stable and won't move. So we'll be sliding it up, bringing the knee in and sliding it down. We want to relax our lower back. Relax our pelvis. We're staying on the sacrum, the tailbone, the flat part, and the bottom ribs of touching the floor as well. If your bottom ribs cannot touch the floor, you got to put some blankets, pillows under that area. So under the entire upper back, I would say, so that your ribs are firmly on any surface. They're not in the air. And slowly sliding it up and extending it back. So knee out, sliding, and release. And last one. And bring it up. And now we're going to rotate our pelvis to the side, reaching to that side with your knee and coming back to center. Okay, rotating. Try to think as the area, the top of your shin. Try to think of pushing it away, reaching with it away from your body and toward the wall that's across the room. And a couple more. Reach with the top of your shin and back to center. Last one. Awesome. Great job. Now move to the other side of the mat. And we're going to do the same thing with our right leg. Again, extending it, kind of rotating the thigh bone outward so that the mat doesn't come along closer to the floor, carpet. Dropping that knee bent out, sliding it up, and sliding your heel down, rotating the thigh out, sliding the foot towards your buttock, and lifting the knee up toward the ceiling, sliding it back. Again, check your tailbone. Your sacrum is on the floor. Your bottom ribs are on the floor as well. Slowly sliding that foot out to the side, the knee, and facing upward. Controlled in slow motion to release all the tension in your pelvic area, in your tailbone, in your SI joint, sacroiliac joint, where your tailbone attaches to your pelvic bones. And last one. Out, slide, and staying right here. Now again, we're going to rotate the pelvis to the side and reaching across the room with the top shin, so that your hip bone is kind of gets a nice pulling out this direction, and we're getting a nice stretch in the front thigh area, the front of the hip joint. I'm not rotating my foot too much. I'm kind of trying to press with the inner edge to the midline of the foot into the floor, not too hard, but just feeling the firmness of the floor. Again, rotating, reaching that shin bone away and back. Couple more. And last one. Awesome. Great job. And now we'll just relax for a couple seconds. Extend your legs. Just keep breathing, looking up into the ceiling or closing your eyes. Check if your shoulder blades are down. They're not reaching towards your ears. They're down and relaxed. Your fingers are relaxed. Your lower ribs are touching the floor. There's a slight arch in your lower back. Your sacrum, the tailbone is on the floor. Relax your feet, let them fall out to the sides. Breathe into your lower back. And whenever you're ready, bring your knees, bend your knees, your feet closer, and turn to the side. Push the floor away and bring yourself up, sitting on your heels. Okay, and we'll inhale right here. Rotate the ribcage to one side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the center. Inhale, rotate to the other side. Inhale and back to the center. Give yourself a tight hug. Say thank you for the workout, to your body, to yourself. And I hope you enjoyed it and you're going to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.